じて。
Alright, welcome to the episode of my nighttime series. This episode is gonna be very just like random, to be honest, because I really don't have like a plan on what I want to talk about. I am like considering some things just because, like, just out of pure boredom, but overall I just want to just like talk for a little bit just because, today was very boring for me. I woke up at a pretty early time and then I took a nap in the middle of the day, and I was kind of an idiot and I took a nap right when the 49ers game was starting, so I missed out on like the first half of that. But I also want to talk about that because like I just finished watching it. There's like a minute left in the game right now. I have it on my TV, and I just wanted to just go over like what a mess that was. But yeah, first I want to talk about a bit of a situation that I'm in, because I have completed the gauntlet, right? I did the full run of it, like the first hour it dropped. I also made a video going over like all the gauntlet fights, who I used, like my best team setups. And yeah, if you're still struggling with the gauntlet, I do recommend that video because I feel like I did a pretty decent job going over each fight, just like telling you which ones are the worst, which ones you can just like kind of take a chill with. So yeah, if you're struggling with the gauntlet, do check out that video. But besides that very shameless self-plug, which I usually never do, I just wanted to talk about like my rewards for me, because that does kind of tie into the situation right now. So I pulled a 1 and 2 mutant gem, right? And I know you're thinking it's just like a 1 and 2 mutant gem. That's not really a big deal. But for me it is, because there's a lot of rank ups I want to do. And so I have to save my catalyst, right? So I'm pretty much only allowed to do a mutant rank up for like the next couple of weeks or so, because, resources are kind of tight. I want to rank 3 every single feature champ that comes out in the new featured in 20 something days. I think it's like 24 days away already. That is crazy, man. I am so excited for that, because there is like Absorbing Man. There's a Tuma, who, if I pull a Tuma, he will be my rank 4 from that featured. I decided that he will be going to rank 4 if I do pull him. So yeah, Atuma, Absorbing Man, Spider-Man Supreme, my favorite mystic character besides Mangog probably. Just so many awesome characters in that featured, and I'm just like really looking forward to playing with all of them at a rank 3 level. So yeah, excited for that, but none of them are mutants, right? So now I have a bit of a situation, because now I can take up any mutant that I want from rank 1 to rank 3. And my two options are Weapon X or Toad. So I just want to see y'all's input on this. I'm going to go over like why I'm leaning these characters. And it's mainly because of Battlegrounds. Like, Battlegrounds has just like really opened up my eyes on this game a little bit more. It is just so much fun, man. Battlegrounds is just a ton of fun. I love like playing my daily 3 matches, going up in Gladiator Circuit. Oh, which, by the way, I achieved Gladiator Circuit. I still need to go over that. I want to make a video about that, just like saying who I use, who are like my biggest MVPs. I made some standalone videos on like Longshot and OG Thor, but there's a lot of like other really good characters that like maybe aren't worthy of their own videos, but are worthy of being like mentioned in a list or something. So yeah, be on the lookout for that as well. But anywho, yeah, Battlegrounds is just so much fun, and I just want a really good mutant Battlegrounds attacker and defender. And I feel like Toad and Weapon X, they do have pretty decent damage output, so they will be pretty viable attackers. And they're also just like really annoying on defense. Like Weapon X, doesn't matter who you use for him, you can always just like slip up, and he's very, very punishing with like his Berserk attack rating. And Toad, you can like trap people into like having a very poor counter for him, and then you can just like, he'll just like poison them to death, or he can just like stay alive for the whole entire fight because of his regen. So yeah, overall, I feel like these are the two best options that I have. I do have like other options like Mr. Sinister, who is going to be purely for defense, but he is quite a bit annoying on defense. And there's this current Battlegrounds meta in the Gladiator Circuit, which is Polka Dot Power and Stunning Reflection. And he can reflect damage over time devo, so he can be very annoying for that meta. But it ends on Wednesday, and I don't want to like rank up someone at rank 3 just for like 5 days of Battlegrounds use. So yeah, maybe not him. There's also Havoc, who is just always notoriously annoying. Not the best attacker-wise, I feel like. Maybe there's some metas where he's going to be really good, but I don't know. I think I want to go towards Weapon X or Toad. So do let me know your thoughts on who I should take up there. Honestly, I'm leaning Toad, but then again, Toad is just Sig 40, and his signature ability is super helpful, man. Like, it provides a pretty nice prowess at Sig 200. At Sig 40, I think it's like missing out on 10% potency per prowess. So yeah, a lot to think about there. That was just like on my mind today. And now I just want to go over something a bit, not really what I usually talk about. I want to talk about football for once, right? Because football, I already said this once, but like it's really surprising when people like find out that I like football, even though, it's a very common sport here in the US, which I live in the US. And So the 49ers are like my favorite team, 100%. I love the 49ers so much. My dad got me into them like a couple years ago. They're like such a fun and vibrant team. Like they have such cool colors. I love their red and gold scheme. The players are very awesome. Like I love the story of Brock Purdy just like being Mr. Irrelevant to being like, the face of the 49ers right now. Just it's a very awesome tale, and I'm so happy that they won. They just like okay, so here's the thing. I took a nap, right? I took a nap from like 2 to 5 p.m. today. And then when I woke up, it was halftime for the game. And I was like, dude, I missed like the first half. I was like I was so mad at myself, right? And then I checked the score, and it was 17-16 that the Seahawks are winning. And I'm like, what is going on? How are the Niners like losing to the Seahawks right now? No offense to the Seahawks. I feel like they're doing pretty good for being like because like they're not even supposed to be like that good right now. Because, they have Geno Smith, who is honestly like, he surprised me, but I wasn't expecting too much from him, and this game kind of proved that, to be honest. But yeah, I was a bit shocked to see that the score was like 17-16 at the half. But then I turned on the game, I watched the rest of the half, and it just like turned to regular stuff because the Niners just like stomped on them, and that was a bit hard to watch in the end because like, yikes, they just like the Seahawks just threw the game away, to be honest. There was a lot of takeaways, a lot of missed opportunities, and the Niners just like played perfectly overall. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. The wild card weekend continues though, because there is still the Chargers versus the Jaguars that starts in about like 30 minutes or something. For that game, I'm gonna say that the Chargers will win, just because the Jaguars, they're like really hot right now, but then again, they're also like really new to this like whole playoff thing. No one really thought they were going to make it like at the beginning of the year, but then they just started going absolutely crazy. It was like the Lions story pretty much, which, by the way, rip the Lions, man. They should have made it. They were doing so well. But my mom is a big Packers fan though, so I can't really talk too much. I was going for the Packers in that game, but they just like, they didn't deserve to win. They were playing so bad. But anywho, I think that the Jaguars will not make it that far in this playoff season, but the Chargers are just like so good, man. Like Justin Herbert is such a monster. I'm looking forward to see what the Chargers can do like throughout the playoffs, because I feel like they're going to make it quite far. But yeah, and then there's like the other wild card games, which is like the Giants and the Vikings. One of my friends is a really big Giants fan, but I don't know, man. I think there's a small chance that they can win, just because the Vikings are like the most unsafe good team there is. Like some games they just like play very, very strong. They get like 33-point comebacks, and then there's just like when they flopped to the Packers like in a very tragic game. They are like the most 50-50 team ever. So I feel like if you were to face a big playoff team, you want it to be them, because they're just so unstable, I feel like. Feels a bit weird talking about sports on the channel just because, this is a strictly MCOC channel, but it is a nighttime series. This is a series that's, viewed a lot less overall. Like, my main videos in the daytime get, a lot more views than my nighttime ones, which, of course, I don't mind. I'm not, in it for the views, right? I just want to talk about stuff. I just want to have, a lot of fun, and I'm doing just that with this series. So, yeah, I don't mind at all. And now it's time for me to wish my friend a very happy birthday. So, I was a bit late on the birthday wish. When I texted her, it was 3 a.m. her time. So I was 3 hours late. But you know what? It's fine. People forget things. It's not my fault. 3 hours isn't that bad. But I said to make up for it, I would shout her out on this video. So yeah, happy birthday to her. Hopefully she has a very great birthday. She's a very awesome person. She really deserves a good birthday. And yeah, I just had to put that out there because, a promise is a promise. And there is your birthday wish. So yeah, hopefully you have a really good birthday. And that's going to conclude this video. So let me know your thoughts on my whole mutant rank up debate, because I do not know who I want to take up between Toad and Weapon X. And if there's any other options, if there's a character that you want me to see, that you want to see showcase, that you want to see me rank up, just let me know. Ideally, it can be a mutant because I do have that rank up gem. And yeah, for you football fans, let me know your thoughts on the wildcard weekend. Let me know who you're going for and who you think's going to win it all. And yeah, that's about it for me.